is this bag of liquid that was hung after a house fire? Poop.
Clear, transparent poop? Is that what we're going with?
Have you ever had enough Jell-O, like right before a colonoscopy, and you're just like crapping ice cubes?
Yes, but I don't think that's what this is. I think this is the safety goldfish bag.
Now, safety goldfish bag is one thing, but are you trying to tell me that firefighters are not out here clear water? Are you telling me that that is not what fire hydrants are full of?
Okay, there is a difference between the fire hydrant on a street and a human fire hydrant. Both are quite effective at removing fires.
Apparently, this is supposed to keep away flies because it's a penny in a bag of water.
Huh?
Somehow, ours make more sense. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo, and with me today is Zen.
And hello to you.
Today, we're looking at r/WhatIsThisThing, a subreddit dedicated to people going online and asking a very simple question.
What is this thing?
Normally, it's a nail.
Other times, it's just another nail. It's most often quite simple.
It is commonly woodworking tools. Let's just get right into it.
Laptop with folding sensors and wires going into a backpack. They seem to be measuring something. Saw multiple people walking around with these setups at a Major League Baseball game.
Are they? They're pirating the sports broadcast.
That looks like Audacity. He's recording something on Audacity on his lap. This is a spy game at this point. They are doing recordings. They can't see anything because there seems to be boards in front of him, and he's just recording it for later consumption as a podcast.
Look, I get that podcasts are the lowest form of content when it comes to content creation a lot of the time, but this is next level. Y'all have seen the magazine identifying wood. Get ready for the podcast version. Apparently, they're measuring Wi-Fi and saturation as part of a deal with Extreme Networks. Ours is funnier, though.
I still think ours is correct.
Today's MLB game is brought to you by NordVPN. What is this thing? They have plastic hooks have been dangling in our ceiling in one of the bedrooms since we moved in. They're red. Oh, now you can do punctuation. Plastic, maybe 3 inches long. They're attached to silver plates seemingly mounted in the ceiling. Anyone know what they're for? Nipple clamps.
Oh, we had the same exact idea.
I'm concerned that we had the same idea.
It's extreme nipple clamps. It's up in the corner. You gotta work for them.
It's a good ab workout because if you fall, you rip your nipples off, but you just have to like stance yourself up there, nipples attached to the ceiling, and it's gonna be a great glute workout. You're not gonna know what your butt's gonna look like because you're too busy trying to not lose your nipples.
I have 2 words for you. Drying rack.
No.
Alright, what is it?
They're swings. They're for swings and trapezes and gymnast rings. So I was right.
So was I.
Which means that everyone now has to like, comment, and subscribe for extreme nipple workouts. Share this video with a friend to let them know that they need to do the hottest P90X exercise possible, suspending themselves by their nipples off the roof. You done it? Good. Let's keep going.
I expect a message tomorrow asking, can you do another CTA?
And expect a message saying no.
A round gem I found in a metal cube. It's stuck inside. That looks cool. That's actually really... I think I know exactly what that is, but I want to hear what your guess is.
I'm putting this on a necklace pendant. Like, genuinely, back when I used to make jewelry for, like, people that I was into, I would use something like this.
Yeah, it's literally for accessorization and jewelry, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like, it has no other function.
And genuinely, you could attach this to your chest after doing the world's hottest glute exercise. Sphere made of meshed metal, 6 to 8 feet tall. Isn't this like the motorcycle Thunderdome where you zip zoom in circles, but the circles are 3-dimensional and you just, you know?
No, what we're seeing is a piece of history. This is a prototype Zorb ball. Until they realized maybe metal is not the best thing to be as a Zorb ball for its intended use.
I'll be real, I just miss full contact Zorbing. I miss when people used to bring their P90s out to Zorb Day. Oh, the internal structures rule out the gladiator motorcycle hamster type ball. It's just part of a structure.
Oh.
That's dumb. I like metal Zorb more.
This little ramp thingy on the bottom of a lotion bottle. It's so they don't screw down all the way.
You can scrape the extra off using this.
I don't like that idea, because that's indented into the bottom. How much are you putting on?
How little are you putting on?
Oh, wait, are you talking about putting lotion on your fingers and then scraping it off?
No. I was talking like raw dogging it off of your arm.
Okay, right. So that is the thing that I was hoping you weren't meaning.
But you are right. It's for manufacturing the product so it can be turned while standing up.
There we go.
I'm just avant-garde and use things in ways that God never intended.
Do these apowakways that you see at libraries have a specific name?
Yeah, Seath's Castle, Seath's Study, whatever Seath's domain was.
I was just gonna say Terry.
The Forbidden Archives. Apparently, it's a mezzanine.
Oh, I thought it would have had a fancy name because it was in a library. Oh,
I
never mind.
sure do love reading books on top of the Scrump Nobbler.
I found this in a purse I just thrifted. It is a small unscrewable canister with some dark green powder inside. Any ideas?
I thought that said I found this in a purse I just lifted. I thought this person was just
Same.
like, I just robbed this lady. What's this weird cocainium inside of a purse?
When I read thrifted, I thought they stole it as well. That was where my mind went immediately.
Yeah, I heard lifted. I heard what I wanted to hear. I had already made up that this bizarre powder was stolen from somewhere. But now, what could this be?
Enema.
I don't think a powder enema is a thing. And we're both awful people because apparently it's cremated remains.
Oh no! Oh
No! This makes this post so tragic and also us such massive jerks.
no! Well, how could we have known except for by reading?
You think either of us are literate? What is this wooden spacked wheel in the attic of the Amsterdam building?
That's a kink thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it out there, but this is definitely someone who is really into their hobby. You've got all of the normal tie-downs, you've got spikes and lights for decoration. This is honestly one audience away from being a Vegas exhibitionist show.
What's the medieval torture method of? It's not racking. It's the wheel. Let's just call it the wheel.
Can we just appreciate that we really have taken it from torture to leisure? The indomitable human spirit. But also, this room is built entirely of like the world's cheapest IKEA furniture. There's one lamp, a mismatched bed and dresser, and the Amsterdam pleasure wheel.
They have their priorities in order.
Apparently it was a wheel for a winch that would haul supplies in from the window to the attic, and they just kept the attic when they turned it into a sleeping space. That answer is boring, ours is more fun.
Renting a house in the basement has these ropes with some sort of plastic hooks / clamps. Do not say nipple clamps. Do not say, there's so many of them.
Are you telling me that you outnumber these?
No, what I'm saying, if we take your line of thought, that means this is a large group activity.
Are you telling me that there is nothing more bonding with your friends than bondage with your friends?
Yeah, super glue.
Fair.
Looks like a display I have for baseball hats. Okay. Several of these went up in a country park near me. Several wooden boxes. Some of them have jars underneath.
Bees?
Yeah, it's just a little kind of reservoir for the bees, the honeybees, the reservoir.
Apparently, it is a Carpenter bee trap. They climb in and go towards the light, which leads them to the jar of death. Why would you hurt the bees? Why?
Aren't Carpenter bees, like, extremely invasive?
They're also extremely cute, consider.
Carpenter bees. Oh yeah, look at the fuzzy little guy.
They're just little fellas.
Carpenter or borer bees are in the genus... Yeah, I'm not reading that. Common... Yeah, apparently they're invasive.
Oh, why did they have to include so many pictures? Triangle glass piece about 5.5 inches long, 225 inches tall, with an opening on one side, 315 grams.
Now, I included this one because they provided so many images and so many uses for it, and I don't think a single one of them were correct.
I like the one where it's a dog leg.
It is very, very cute, but not very practical.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you've got a glass triangle, if you can't find a use for it, it just becomes a bludgeoning tool.
And that's basically the rule for anything, though.
Oh, it's apparently a piece of glass block used to make corners.
Oh,
Sure.
I would not have gotten that.
It's definitely not the bludgeoning tool.
Tennis racket with a hook on the back, on a long chain with a ball at the end. Looks like merchandise. But what is the hook and the chain with the ball for?
You swing it.
Yeah, it's just a little kind of racquetball thing.
We call it the temple crasher, but the temple is the one in your head and not a hit mobile game.
What? What? What do you mean by that? Temple crusher? Do you mean Temple Run?
No, I mean temple crusher. It crushed the temple in your head. You swing real hard and then splat. Man go down.
Temple Crusher is something on Spotify. Yeah, it's a band. Okay.
And it's also
So-
this thing.
Alright, we found the mascot for Temple Crusher.
Apparently, this is used to measure the height of the net in tennis. The hook hangs on the top of the net, and the net is tight until the ball touches the grass.
Oh.
What is this spinnable metal bar attached to the corner of the house? It's called the sprangle bimber.
Could you elaborate, please? I'm not familiar with that term.
So the sprangle bimbler is known for bimbling the scrimbus in case they ever come for the house. They'll try and get in, but they'll mistake this for the door, thus scrimbling their bimbos, preventing them from ever getting inside.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought this was just like a shawarma rack.
I wish it was. We would live in a far better world if this was a mere shawarma rack. Instead, it keeps the dark things at bay.
Everyone has one outside. Just a rotating piece of meat ready to go at a moment's notice.
I wish that it was more culturally appropriate to have a delicious meat tornado going at any moment in time.
I think this is the change we need to push for. We need to start making it culturally appropriate.
We need to work with the Greeks to make this an entirely smooth exchange.
Okay, what is it?
It's supposed to reduce rust on the main structure.
What? How?
I don't know. I think Reddit is wrong. I think Reddit is full of incorrect hoods.
What are these wooden things on the side of headrests in Sakura, Shinkansen, Japan?
Thanks. With a name like Sakura Shinkansen, I would never have known this is in Japan. I think they're just decoration pieces.
Yeah, most likely that. It's just, I know in some other trains, especially in the UK, and I've won some of the ones I was on in the US, they're like little ticket holders to say that this seat has been taken.
Oh, nifty.
I don't see how it would work with this, but...
You stuff them in the hole. Apparently, this is just used to turn the seats.
Oh, that's right, because the seats there, they can like rotate fully sometimes.
So this is definitely one of those like poop with friends, poop alone kind of situation where you just kind of pick your poison.
Yeah, so if you got people right behind you, you can just spin around and be like, hello. Oh, no.
What is this thing? This weird object with a glass roof on the back of a truck I found in a store at Oregon on Street View. That is the extreme open coffin hearse.
As you can see, it's got the quick release at the back. So once it's done, they pull the lever and they move straight on to where they need to go next.
It's just sport shooting. They just it's like a catapult. They just try and get it in the hole.
Oh no, skeet shooting! It's actually a launcher!
It's a dry water massage bed. The person lays inside and water pummels them.
Oh, pummels is the word they chose.
I thought this said aqua massage greasing.
It certainly could if you wanted to.
I might be dyslexic.
Plastic ring with 3 relatively sharp metal claws, found on beach in Scotland. Hey! That is the Glaswegian Wolverine.
I'm sorry, the Glaswegian, that seems like you're insulting someone or something. Is Glaswegian a name, or is that like a derogatory term?
It's like I think it's like the biggest city in Scotland.
I'm gonna Glasweeg. Apparently this is for grabbing and pulling in a fishing net.
Oh, actually, no, that's smart. I like that.
That's cool, yeah. I think that works out. That makes the best Wolverine claw. And that makes the end of our episode. It appears that our time has run out, my friend.
That is sadly the end of the video. Let us know down below which post was your favorite, and hey, maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you want some more
That's not the end I was talking about.
Huh?
It's here.